Mama, you cannot forget about you anymore, okay? You could not keep putting you on the back burner. Why? Because before you had them kids, before you was in that relationship, before you became the family superstar, you were you. And because of that, you had goals that you had things that you wanted to do, you had a life that you wanted to live. And I believe that God placed some things specifically inside of you that he wanted you to accomplish, and he still wants you to accomplish. And somewhere down the way, that idea got lost somewhere. Maybe because you became overwhelmed with motherhood, with life. It don't matter. But today, I'm here to speak into you and just to talk about some practical tips that we can do as single moms, as mamas, just to make sure we're still pursuing the things that we know that we were called to do. Because when we do that, our families and everyone else will follow suit, because we're going to be right where we need to be and we'll be positioned how we're supposed to be. So if you're here, it's because you're probably like, look, I don't know what done happened, but I forgot who I was before these kids, and I really need to get back on track, or I really need to be repositioned, refocused into the things that I really want to do. So I'm here to encourage you, and I'm only going to talk from experience because I'm also a single mom and I'm in the same position. And so anything I get that's helping me, I'm going to give it right back to you, because that's how we're supposed to do. We are the village, okay? I am your village. Baby, let me be your village. And I also love you so much. And I know you don't know me, but if you're a part of the Rhia Janae subscribers, whatever, we family over here, baby. We talk about everything real from relevant experiences. And so, like, this is what we're about to do today. So welcome to my channel. Of course, go ahead and chime in. If you like this video, wait till the end. You can like it at the end. But we're going to go ahead and hop right in. Let's get into it. Hey, time to get them tips. Okay, so tip number one, you have to decide, what kind of life do you want to live? I think it's so important, because I think a lot of times we let what society has said about us, and especially what they've said about single moms, and because this kid came from a single mom household or whatever, they're going to be like this. I think we need to reframe and we need to refocus on how we want to view our own lives. And so we have to say, we're not going to accept the standard that society has set. We're going to create our own standard, and we're going to walk down the path that God has called for us to walk down. And so it's as simple as saying, I'm going to choose a life that's full of wealth, that's full of good health. I'm not going to be stressed out. I'm not going to live a life that's full of turmoil and chaos. I don't have to live like that, because I know that God has positioned me for greatness. And so just deciding right now, even in this moment, while you're watching this video, what kind of life do you want? What kind of life do you want for your family? What kind of life do you want for your kids? What kind of mom do you want them to see? Do you want them to see a mom that's happy, that's that's stress-free, that's choosing to still have joy in spite of the struggle? And I'm not gonna sit up here in front like life is not hard, especially as a single mom or a mother in general. But at the end of the day, we can still show them that no matter what life has dealt us or what hand we were dealt, we don't have to live like we have a death sentence or like life is over. Because at the end of the day, we still have breath in our body and we still have our right minds, and we still got God on our side. So with him, we can do all things. And I believe that we can do anything but fail. So first, just decide what kind of life you want, because that's going to determine how you walk your daily life out. So if I decide right now that my life is going to be a life that's prosperous, I'm going to wake up every day with that mindset. I'm going to wake up every day with the mindset that says, I got to get up. I got to make it happen. I have to choose joy. It's just going to follow suit. Second thing, manage your time well, okay? As mamas, as single moms, you cannot afford to just be scrolling on IG or just to be sitting around twiddling your thumbs if you have goals that you're trying to chase, okay? So first, you decided what kind of life you wanted. So if you already said you want to go get it, you still want to be an influencer, you still want to be a great businesswoman, you still want to be a great, whatever God has called you to be, you want to go back to school, you want to be a doctor, whatever, you don't have time to waste. So you have to manage your time well. You don't have the luxury of just doing what everyone else may have the ability to do, because it's really on your shoulders. And so when I say that, I don't mean to apply any pressure, but I think when we learn to manage our time well, we'll realize that we have more time than we actually think, okay? I know sometimes I'm already like, oh my gosh, this is my routine. I wake up, I do this, and then this is so demanding. And I fell into this trap of literally saying, like, I have no time for anything. And I actually fell into this mindset that I have no time for myself, all of that. But it's because I realized I was spending more time on Instagram, scrolling, spending more time on Facebook, spending time on the phone with people I didn't even have time to be on the phone with. And so that was taking away from the things that I could have been doing to pour back into the things that the projects I had, the YouTube channel I have, just different things that I was doing that really took away from what I was actually supposed to be doing. And so when you're focused and when you have goals and when you have a certain thing you're trying to reach, mama, you gotta focus and you have to manage your time well. That is a must. Third tip, because we're moving right along, we're flowing through this video. Third thing is you have to surround yourself with a good community. And I know for many of you, some of you guys are like, I don't have any type of community. I don't even know what that is because it's just me and my kids. And so I always encourage you to try to plug in somewhere with somebody. I don't know, I belong to a church home that's good and I'm plugged in with them, but I also have like friends that I've met even in my adult years. And I know adult relationships can be hard, but you're gonna have to do what it takes to surround yourself with a good community, because you only need people who are going to encourage you in this season. You're going to only need people who can speak life into your children, who can speak life into you. And it's going to be really important that you cut off all unhealthy connections in this season. Okay? Because as you're trying to get to your goal and you're trying to get there, you don't need someone telling you you can't do it because you're a single mom, or you can't do it because you have kids, or I don't think you're built for this. You don't need to hear any of that. I'm all about wise counsel and I'm all about like receiving wisdom from people, but you can't receive wisdom from people who don't have wisdom to give you. So I'm just saying, be very careful in this season about who you choose to listen to, but also surround yourself with an encouraging community, because for some people it's going to look impossible, but we know with God all things are possible. And so at the end of the day, if you're not around some prayer warriors or some people that can really believe God on your behalf, but also have some encouragement for you every now and then, because the reality is every day you're not gonna feel it. Let's just keep it 100. Every day you're not going to feel like going after your dreams. Someday you are going to be dead tired. You done took the kids to basketball practice, football practice, cheerleading practice, and now you're at home. They done went to sleep, but you are burned out. And some days you will have those. You'll have those times where you just need to go to sleep. So I'm not encouraging self-care, but I'm saying get around someone who's going to say, sis, I understand you're tired, but just push through and finish this video today, or push through and put this out, because that could be a life-changing thing for you. That could be a game changer. And so you definitely got to surround yourself with a good community. And number 4, moving right along, you have to decide what you want as far as your network, okay? So it kind of goes with the community. Network with people, y'all. Honestly, like a lot of the times people get opportunities is because they network. And so you might be like, okay, hold on, now you're going too far. First you told me to manage my time well, then you told me to make a decision on what kind of life I want. But how the heck, and you're going to say, oh, that's doable. But how am I supposed to network if I'm always with my kids or I'm at work? Okay, well, first of all, if you are taking your kids to basketball practice, it don't hurt you to be a little friendly. Talk to some of the other mothers. You can pick up on people's vibes, okay? Now, some people you need to stay far away from because they already like they're going through it. You don't need no more problems in your life. You already got enough going on. But some people you might meet and they have a good spirit, and you might just start having a conversation with them. And you might just start opening up to them as God leads you. And you might say, like, these are some of the things that I'm thinking, or these are some of the things I want to do. And they may say, well, wow, I know so-and-so who does this. Networking is literally all about having a conversation. And sometimes we we make that like a bigger deal than what it is. But sometimes it is just that, just opening our mouths, talking to people. If you're at church, if you belong to a church home, or if you're out there at the store and you just start a random conversation because someone's into what you're into, if you're at Barnes and Noble, talk to people. It's okay to open up and have a conversation. And I know some people are scared to do this because you're like, I don't want nobody in my business. Y'all, you can have a whole conversation with someone and see who they are without telling them anything about you, okay? So ask God to give you like different words to say or ways to approach people if you kind of struggle with that. And allow yourself to be open to new possibilities of friendships, so that way you can network your way into your next level, because I think that it's right there. You're probably just one conversation away. And the other thing is you have to stay rooted, okay? So as much as I'm talking about God, I feel like I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people sometimes feel really distant from God. And for mothers, it could be anything from I haven't been able to spend as much time with him as I used to before I had my kids. Because I know before I had my baby, like I used to every Saturday morning, every Sunday, I was in my word like for hours, because I had the privilege of doing that, right? But when you have a demanding 2-year-old, and now my baby can go and turn on the light, y'all, she go and turn on the light and be like pulling the covers off of me. She say, "Mommy, get up." And I'm like, girl. But anyways, I don't have that privilege of just like sitting in his presence as long as I used to. But that doesn't mean that I can't make time for God, because in other times I do it. And maybe when I get off work a little earlier or on my lunch break, I have to find moments. You have to create moments to break away and to literally be in communion, in communication with God. Okay. The reality is that us trying to do this journey by ourselves is not going to work. And I'm not trying to convert anyone, make anyone a believer, but I'm telling you what works for me. I'm saying that God, my time with God is essential, but also how I allow him to pour into me and speak into me is so important, because I know that without him, I'm going to try to do this whole thing by myself, and it is impossible for me to do it by myself, because this job is just way too hard. Let's call it what it is. And so, like, if you don't have that, if you're not rooted or if you're not connected, it is going to be very hard for you to press forward with the strength that you want to, because you can feel like life is just swallowing you. And I don't know about you as a mom, it's very easy to feel that way, okay? You got all the demands on you. Your life is not your own anymore. And so you can really feel like life is swallowing you. But if you stay rooted, I know in the word it says that he's the living water, and if you drink from him, you won't be thirsty again. I really feel like he can quench your thirst, but he can also give you enough energy through him quenching your thirst where you can make it through your hardest days. And so you gotta stay rooted. And guys, the last thing, because we're about to wrap it up, the last thing is your kids deserve the best mother, okay? They deserve the best mother in the world, okay? And I don't want you to get being the best confused with, oh, I made every lunch sandwich right, or I always was at every event. No, I'm talking about the best mother is the woman who has not neglected herself. The best mother is the mother who has still said, my life matters and it's valuable, and I'm still going to go after everything that God has given me. Because when you are starting to walk in your purpose and your calling, and you're starting to do the things that God has literally positioned you to do, it's like your kids are going to feel that, and they're going to see that their mother is happy, their mother is healthy, and that their mother is just really in a good space. And so just know that whatever position you put yourself in is going to overflow into your kids. So if you're constantly in a position of stress, it's going to flow over into your kids. If you're in a position of gratitude, that's going to flow over into your kids. If you're in a position of just really like walking in your purpose and calling, that's going to flow over to your kids. And we want to raise inspired, healthy, and happy kids. Bump the cycle where they say, oh, she came from a single mother household, so she grew up under stress, or she came from this. We're breaking cycles over here, okay? So just because you right now are a current single mother in this season, it doesn't mean that your child has to have that reality. And so I'm here to tell you that pump your brakes on all the statistics, because you are going to walk differently, okay? So let me be your cheerleader. Let me continue to cheer you on. Y'all, we got this. It is 2024. I believe that God has great things in store for you. And I also believe that he sent me your way just to provide some encouragement and to tell you, girl, you got this. Mama, you in the game. And I am a part of your village. Even though it's far, we're maybe far away, just know and play this video anytime you need some encouragement. But you got this, and you will do it. Ain't no quitting, ain't no stopping, and ain't no doubting yourself. Gone are the days where you doubting yourself, boo, because it's all in you already. And can we just take time? I keep itching my nose because can we just take time to appreciate the natural face? Because, you know, like, people ain't coming on the internet no more natural, and I got like a little... I'm not locking my hair up because I already had locks, but it's going to be a nice twist out probably tomorrow for church or whatever. So I'm just doing what I do, y'all. But I love y'all so much. Definitely subscribe if you like this video. Definitely definitely look out, because I'm going to have something that's called The Village, and it's going to be for single moms, and we're going to be each other's village. And so if you are interested in anything like that, definitely comment below and let me know that you're interested. But look forward for more content like this. I love you guys so much, and you definitely got this, okay? Hey, I ain't gonna rap in this video because y'all know my rapping be played out, but I might come on with a little 1 2 1 2. What you gonna do? Okay, let me stop. Peace, y'all.